16 mountaineers who have been rescued from near the Everest base camp narrate the ultimate horror story. In an exclusive conversation with managing editor TVTN Rahul Kaval, the mountaineers detailed how they felt with the monster avalanche hurtling down towards them at breakneck speed.
We are here at the Kathmandu technical area, and the Indian Air Force has just rescued a group of 16 mountaineers who are on their way to Everest base camp. In fact, some of them were just short of the base camp when the earthquake struck. What's your name?
Gaurav.
Tell us, where were you, Gaurav, when this earthquake struck, and how did you respond to that?
So we were at Gorakhshet, which is 5,186 meters. So which is, you can say, 184 meters short from EBC, Everest base camp. Our original plans to have a soup there and just move towards the base camp, and luckily, I would say fortunately, we made a decision to have a lunch there. Because of that, we were lucky enough to save our lives. We were in a hotel and we were about to start for EBC. We were packing up our gears, and immediately earthquake came in. The hotel was shaking completely, we ran out. And
so what was the kind of devastation that you saw around you? Because on the Everest base camp itself, 18 people died.
So we didn't go to the base camp.
What's your name?
My name is Anshul Sarin. We are put together. We are 4 in the group, 2 South Africans, 2 of us, and a Sherpa. Like he said, the building kind of just swayed for at least maybe 30-40 seconds, and then there was an avalanche which came in. We were quite far. But even then, the avalanche impact came in.
You could see the avalanche.
Yeah, absolutely. We had to run inside our building, and the whole ice storm kind of came inside the hotel rooms. Just filled up.
The ice reached your hotel.
Yeah. So basically, there was a first level, level 1. So in level 1, there was one door which was open and which was going into, passage into corridor. So I was holding back that door.
Because the ice was coming in.
Ice was coming in. It was so much pressure, You can say like, maybe some 4,000 psi or 5,000 psi kind of thing, So we were panicked, like, what is this, Even we could not understand whether it's an avalanche or something. And after that, we went to the dining again. After 20-25 minutes, another earthquake came in. Everybody was rushed, and we met a lot of people who came down from EBC. Like, they were staying there for last 3 weeks, and there basically, some of the guys were doing summit. So they were at Camp 2. So they explained us like what was the situation in EBC. All their tents were damaged, and they rushed back. A lot of people saved their life. Yeah.
There's also a group from Pune, a group called Tayamak, which was on a 12-day trek in the same region. It includes a very... Yeah, how old are you? What's your name?
11. My name is Shravani Kulkarni.
Shavni. And you were hoping to trek all the way to the Everest base camp?
Yes.
Is that even allowed? Is there an age limit beyond which you're allowed there?
No.
So what did you make when this earthquake struck, Shavni? Where were you? What were you doing?
In Namche Bazaar.
You got really scared?
Little bit.
Not very scared, huh? Brave girl.
Thank you.
Okay, so tell me, how have the last couple of days been for you?
Oh, terrible. Actually, we spent few nights in the tent in the open at freezing temperatures, probably below 0 degrees, without any warmers or things like that, because we just left the rooms and went on the hilltop where we were rescued by the army and the police. We made a temporary camp there. Without food, without water, or we say little food and little water, we managed 2 nights. And then with the help of a rescue helicopter, we came to Lukla. And we spent 1 night in Lukla, and now the Indian Air Force helicopter has brought us from there.
So you must have been very relieved to see the Indian Air Force helicopter this morning.
Yes, we are very excited with at that Lamchi airport, that helicopter, Lukla airport, it was standing, and we all ran away and take our luggage and all back up. We just we left our food over there also. We were just starting our food, and everybody was shouting that Indian Navy has come, Indian Navy has come. As Air Force is coming, and we are very happy that our army people have come for to help us.
Okay, so now that your trip to the Everest base camp didn't succeed and you had this abortion and the weather packed up in this way, will you plan another trip or you've had enough?
For sure, we will be planning another trip. This was unfortunate. We were
completely geared up to reach ABC and then hoist our flag there, but it is unfortunate and natural, so we could not avoid it. But yes, we know
everyone else wants to go back, or is there anyone else? Is there anyone here who says we've had enough? No more, thank you.
No.
Maybe if we get a chance, we might go.
She's planning for summit, in fact.
You want to go to the summit of Mount Everest?
Yeah.
You're not scared by the avalanche?
No, little bit.
She's a very brave girl.
Yeah, she is in trekking from her last. She was 4 years. She is doing all the mountaineering, all adventure sports, and she has been preparing from last 1 year for the Everest base camp. But unfortunately, she has missed this time. So next year we are planning for again to summit the at least Everest base camp in the next season.
Well, you're very young, I'm sure. You will get another opportunity, God willing. We're very happy that all of you have been rescued and are here safe. Thank you very much for speaking to us.
Say, 3 cheers for Indian Air Force. 3 cheers for Indian Air Force. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
Well, the Indian Air Force is not the only hero in this tragedy. As we bring you the endless stories of courage and determination amidst Nepal's tragedy, we now tell you of 2 young Indian mountaineers from Mumbai who were well on their way to summiting Mount Everest on Saturday, were nearly killed in the avalanche, lost a lot of their gear but decided to stay back and pitch in with the rescue effort. Both in their 30s, Sameer Patham and Swaraj Jhingan, who run an adventure and expeditions firm. Their tents were located at the mouth of the dreaded Khumbu icefall, a well-known death trap. They survived the avalanche, which destroyed several other camps. After the danger had passed, the 2 men decided to hold strong and provide logistic support for those stranded there until they are able to recover and sustain themselves. And now, with the help, all critical casualties have been safely evacuated from the Everest base camp. All right, I believe we have Sameer's mother, Christine Patham, on the phone line with us. Ma'am, this is a proud moment for you, but also a moment of relief to know that your son is safe.
That's true.
Tell us what you went through over the last few days.
Well, initially when we got the call on the 25th morning from my daughter-in-law to say that Sameer was right probably in the middle of the avalanche, and but he and his colleague Swaraj are safe. It was tremendous relief to know that they were both safe, but also very, very scary because both my husband and I have trekked up to Everest base camp, and we were completely aware of what the terrain is and what the circumstances could be over there. And of course, subsequently, we kept urging the boys to come back, but both of them stayed on to provide relief and rescue, which of course we are very, very proud of, both of them.
Yes.
And we're just looking forward to having them back safe and sound at home.
Absolutely, Ms. Patham, do stay with me. I believe we have your daughter-in-law, Karishma, also on the phone line with us. Karishma, we're just speaking to your mother-in-law as well about Sameer's great feat. Well, it's not easy to be in the midst of that earthquake and then be one of the heroes to survive and also bring a lot of others to safety.
No, not at all. In fact, it takes an incredible amount of courage to have to survive the avalanche and still pick up all your things and go back out there and go out to help other people when all the news around you is pretty dismal. So we're all very proud of him.
Yes, but that moment when you didn't hear from Sameer would have been one of the toughest moments in your life.
Yeah, in fact, oddly, it's surprising. It was actually my birthday that day when the entire thing happened. So we spoke in the morning, and then shortly after that we started receiving calls from a lot of people to ask if they were okay. And I didn't even know that the avalanche had happened until the first phone call came in. And then after that we couldn't get through to them for the next 20 minutes or maybe 30 minutes, which was pretty frightening. But thankfully, as soon as they recovered all their stuff and took stock of what had been happening and that their staff and their team was okay, they immediately gave us a call and made sure that everybody knew that they were all right. And
also, Karishma, when was the last time you spoke with your husband? What did he have to say? When do we expect him to get back to India? Does he want to stay back for a while and help further?
I think so, yeah. So they've just about actually managed to get all the people who were critically ill off the mountain. and they've sent them down from base camp to the closest medical facilities, which are at Periche, and then further down to Kathmandu if they need urgent medical attention. But as for Sameer and Saurabh both, I think they would like to stay on for a little while longer to be able to see whether there is anything more that they can do for the other climbers who are still on the mountain, as well as to see where the expedition is heading from here. So,
well, Karishma, it's been a tough week for you as well as your mother-in-law, Miss Patham. Thank you so much for taking time out to speak with Headlines today. We're proud of Sameer and his colleagues. We know they're also the heroes along with the IAF. Thank you so much for joining us on the phone line.